Rightio, this is how to shuck a mussel 101. For starters, when I shuck mussels or scallops, I use a bone handle carving knife, one of the old school ones, slightly sharpened but not really, and they're really good for shucking seafood because they've got a really flexible blade, so you can go with the curve of the shell. So anyway, grab your mussel. If you make a thumbs up, bottom of your hand's fat, the top skinny, you want to do the same with the mussel, with the hairy part facing towards your fingers. So holding it like that. That shell of the mussel will sit nicely in that cup of your hand, so let it fall naturally there. And what you want to do is twist both the shells apart by pushing with these fingers, like that. Push down, and then now this bottom shell is overhanging the top shell. So now you can slide your knife in there. You can see that's just sitting there nicely now. And what you want to do is cut the adductor muscle, which is located about here, which is this muscle here, which holds the two shells together. So you want to cut that. As soon as that's cut, you can feel the muscle open up, like you can see now. Now it's hanging there open. Then you want to run your knife up that side there. Then you can open that. Open it up, and there's just one little tag holding that shell open again. So you want to cut that. Now you can take that top shell off. So now you've got your mussel sitting in that one shell. So what you want to do is push the meat down with the blade of your knife. There's a little tag there you can cut. And then there's another one there you can see. Cut that. And then all that's holding that mussel in now is that one mussel. So once you scoop under that, it's pretty much free. And you can just run your knife down the side, push that mussel meat away from the shell, and there it is. I'll show you another one. So again, grab your mussel in your hand like that, push that shell over. Now you can get your knife in there, under that mussel, opens it up, slide your knife up the side of that shell, cut that little tag, top shell's gone, push the meat down, cut those two top tags, slide under that mussel, run your knife down the side, and that's ready to go. So shucking mussels raw. Now you can, if you want to crumb that like you would a piece of fish, that makes really nice crumbed mussels. Cook that in the pan. For fishing, that makes a really good strayline bait by itself, the whole thing. If you're fishing around mussel farms, or if you've got a burley trail where snapper are feeding. So I would run that just as a strayline bait by itself. So I'd have a running probably 1/4 ounce sinker or 1/2 ounce sinker depending on the current, with a 4 or 5 burrow octopus hook. To rig these, I would start by going through adductor muscle. That's the strongest part, that's going to hold your bait on there, and then come back through the meat with your hook and leave the barb exposed, and you just float that into your burley trail, and hopefully you'll get a nice big snapper, take that whole bait. Yeah.